Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the show, Control or Be Controlled. Today's guest is Chad Betz, author of An Authentic Success and a financial service professional with more than 30 years of experience helping leaders and professionals navigate reinvention, burnout, uncertainty, and long term growth. After facing his own mid-career crisis, Chad realized that external success doesn't always lead to fulfillment. That experience inspired him to develop a practical framework that helps people redefine success, overcome self-limiting beliefs, and build lives and careers that align with who they truly are. Chad, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me today.
All right, Chad, I would also like you to introduce yourself. So I said I would also like you to introduce yourself to my audience.
Oh, I'm sorry. So my name's Chad Betz. I have written several books, including my latest one, An Authentic Success. You're not too old, it's not too late. And I'm really glad to be here today because I talk a lot about how we give up control of our lives and start following other people's idea of success. And that causes us to really feel burnt out and not fulfilled.
All right, so let's get into the questions I have here for you. What
Great.
led you to write An Authentic Success? How did your own journey shape the message behind it?
About 15 years ago, I went through a crisis in my mind over my career. I was just in my car and after just a long, hard day at work, and I was just yelling in my mind, what am I doing with my life? I felt like a complete failure. But if you were to look at me from outside, you probably wouldn't think I was a failure. And then when I was thinking about it, I saw that I had certain expectations on what my career should be. And those expectations came from society, from the things I've read, the things I've watched on television. And it wasn't matching what I was experiencing as I was climbing my career ladder. And then as I started reflecting on what I wanted for myself, I realized the ladder wasn't even on the right wall. I was following someone else's idea of success, and I'd given away, my ability to have success for myself. So I took back control, and I started focusing on the things that I wanted to do and that I believe success was. And that led to me developing a roadmap, which then became the book.
So, so the next question I have for you is this. Why do so many accomplished people reach a point where they feel like a failure despite years of hard work?
A lot of it has to do with how we compare ourselves to other people. With the advent of social media, we find that we end up comparing ourselves to someone's highlight reel. We see a vacation, or we see that they have some kind of promotion at work, or they say that they're building a business, and we're saying, why can't we have that? But we don't see the whole story. We don't see the arguments they have over their finances because they spent too much on a vacation. They don't see that they exaggerated the promotion or that the business they set up. It really isn't something that's real. It's something in their mind, and they're just promoting it. So we're comparing ourselves to someone else's marketing campaign, and with that, we're saying, I'm not as far along as these other people. I don't know why. Whereas if we kind of focused more on ourselves and how we're achieving and understanding that the things that are shared are the best things. They're not the bad things or the mediocre things that go along with life. So we can't compare ourselves to others because we don't have all the information. And plus, it's just not a fair comparison because we're trying to achieve things that other people aren't.
So you often say that success doesn't have an expiration date. Why do so many people believe it does?
Part of it is just the way success is portrayed in the media. We find that they have these lists, the 20 under 20 or the 30 under 30. And then when we get to be 50, we're saying, well, where's my accolade? And the reason why we see these things, these articles, and these other news stories on younger people succeeding is because it's newsworthy. It's not that many people get there. It does take experience and it does take that extra bit to find success. And we forget that. We look back at our lives and we say, oh, we missed this opportunity or we missed that opportunity. And we see these younger people who are doing things. But again, we only see part of the story. And if we're focusing on our past and on what other people are doing, then it's hard for us to focus on our future and what we want to do and find the success that's meaningful to us. So to focus on us and our success is the way to move forward.
Thank you so much. So, what is the difference between traditional success and what you call authentic success?
The traditional success is kind of what's put upon us. Our families want us to do certain things. Society tells us what success means. We hear that if you make a lot of money, you're successful, or you start a business, you're successful. What if you're starting a charity? You're not there making money, you're helping other people. Does that mean you're not successful? Or if you're a stay-at-home mother taking care of children, does that mean you're not successful? It's really the difference between what society defines success to be and what we define success to be. An authentic success is a success
Okay.
that is
So,
personal to
how?
us.
Oh, all right.
No worries. So it's personal to us where we, decide in our own terms what success is, and then we pursue it. That's the difference between traditional success and an authentic success.
Okay. So, moving on. What advantages do experienced professionals have that they often underestimate?
I would say it's their experience. Experience is hard earned, and there's certain things you can't learn in a class or a book. You have to actually live it. The thing that they have to make sure they do is that they make their experience adaptable. Experience is a two-edged sword. It builds up those skills you need to move forward, but it can also build inertia where you want to continue to do the same things the same way. Where we live in a dynamic environment where things are changing so fast that if we don't adapt, then we could be left behind. So taking experience that they have, which is a huge asset, but then adapting it to new situations, that makes them very powerful.
Okay. So, how does the sunk cost fallacy keep people trapped in careers, businesses, and lives that no longer fit them?
It's a similar thing. It's like think of it as a large truck going down the highway. If it's going very fast, you can't just make a right turn. So you continue moving forward, moving forward. And we do that with our careers and with our relationships and other things. Even if things aren't working, we want to press forward. And it's just like stepping on the gas, and we're going in the wrong direction. It seems like progress, but it's not because we're not going towards where we want to go. So in order to move forward, we have to stop looking at the time and the effort we invested in the past and ask the question, if I were to start again, Would I do the same things? And if the answer is no, then it's time to make that change. So instead of pressing on the gas and moving forward, thinking you're making progress, it's important to step back, think about where you are, what you want to do, and make those incremental changes. Because just like the truck, if you're speeding on the highway, you can't just make it a right turn. You have to slow down, you have to kind of move over and find your exit in order to get off the highway and get to where you want to go.
Okay, so we talk about the frustration energy cycle. What is it and how can people break free from it?
It's all related. So where you're stuck in your sunk cost, where you're following someone else's idea of success, and you become frustrated, and you're not sure why. You're working hard, you're making progress, but you're not moving towards your goals. The reason is because you're not pointed towards your goals. So what happens? You put in more effort and more effort and more effort, and you get more frustrated. So you push forward even more and you get more frustrated. And it's a downward cycle where you continually get more frustrated the more effort you put into it. And that drains you. There's only so much energy you have. So when you're, working towards a goal that's not yours, you don't have the energy to work towards a goal that is yours. So you continue to get more and more frustrated, and that's the cycle.
Okay, thank you so much, Chad. So we have spent decades in leadership and financial services.
Mhm.
What qualities separate people who consistently create new opportunities from those who stay stuck?
I would say it's adaptability. The people who continue to do the same things over and over again because it worked for them in the past stay in a cycle where they stay stuck. And no matter how much effort you put into it, if you're doing the same things over and over again, and the environment's changed, you're not going to get out of it. Again, let's think of the truck. So the truck, you get stuck on the side of the road in a rut. So you step on the gas, and your tires spin, so you get more stuck. So what do? You step on the gas more, and then get more stuck. And that's where the people stay. Whereas if they think about it and they maybe put the car in reverse and then forward and reverse and forward, so they rock their car back and forth, they can get out of that rut. And sometimes you get so stuck, you need someone to help you, a mentor, a coach, a trusted advisor, and they can help you get out of that rut to help move forward and get you unstuck. Just like a tow truck would tow that truck, a coach or a mentor can help guide you to get you unstuck if you're really stuck and you don't know what to do.
Right. Thank you so much. So, how can leaders avoid burnout while still pursuing ambitious goals?
You avoid burnout by making sure that you're addressing your whole life in your goals. What do I mean by that? If you're focused purely on your career uh, and that's all you have, then you miss out on opportunities with friends, with family, spirituality, your health, and those things can catch up with you. Yeah. So if you're working, 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 and you're eating poorly, you might find yourself getting sick. And if you get sick, you lose the energy and you're not able to achieve your goals. If you're focused 100% on your career, you might find yourself alienated from your friends and family. So you lose that support structure that could really help build you up. As people, we really are. Uh, we need other people. We're very social creatures. And if we get continuously focused on one goal without thinking about how other people interrelate with it, we could find ourselves getting lost. And without those support structures, find ourselves getting burnt out.
Much chat. So, what practical habits help people stay resilient during seasons of uncertainty and transition?
There's one thing I like to do regularly that helps me out, and it's called the OODA loop. OODA. The first O is for observe. You see where you are now, what's going on around you, what's having an impact on your life. So you have a good structure of what your starting line is. The second O is orient. So you orient yourself towards where you want to go. You see where you are, you understand what you need to do to get to where you want to go. So you orient yourself. In order to get to where you want to go, though, you need a commitment. So you have to decide, and that's the D. So you decide that you want to move forward. Uh, and then the last piece, the A, is probably the most important part. You have to act. All this planning is great, but if you don't act, you can't move forward. So using that OODA loop just to see where you are and where you want to go, and using that regularly, I find helps me to determine where I am, how I'm doing, where I need to go, how I'm going to do it, and what I'm willing to commit in order to get it done.
All right. If someone feels overwhelmed and believes they have missed their chance, what are the first three actions they should take this week?
Yeah, that's a good question. The it's really can be difficult when you feel like I've had these opportunities, I've missed it. I don't know what I want to do to move forward. One of the things I do is what I call the 20 goals exercise. I write down 20 goals from just mundane, everyday goals to really things that are out there, crazy goals that I may or may not be able to achieve. And once I have those 20 goals down, I organize them into categories. And those categories lead me to where I want to be and what my success means to me. When I did this a while ago, I found that one of my craziest goals was to write a book. And to me at the time, that was a crazy goal, but now I've written four. I had the goal of wanting to do presentations to help people grow and to write articles and to do coaching. So all those things led me to understand that what would make me feel successful is helping other people to be successful. So that was what I did, and I started a side business that helped me do that, and that's how I found my success. And the point of the side business is a good one because you don't necessarily have to run off and follow your passions. We all have responsibilities. To be able to do it on the side and start slow and watch it grow is a great way to do it.
All right. So, what legacy do you hope an authentic success leaves with readers?
I'm sorry, well, it broke up a little bit.
What legacy do you hope an authentic success leaves with readers?
Thank you. That's a great way to look at it. The legacy, I hope, is that they understand that success does not have an expiration date. Now, granted, like right now, I'm near 60. I'm a little bit overweight. I will never be an Olympic sprinter. I understand that. So I'm not saying that there are certain things we can't do, but that does not necessarily mean I can't go out and run a 5K race. It doesn't mean I can't go exercise and be outside. So finding that success and what it means to you right now, what mattered to you when you're 20 doesn't necessarily matter to you when you're 30 or when you're 50. Find what success means to you, pursue it, and really never give up. Always live with purpose and find the success and live the life that you deserve.
All right. Thank you so much. So, what's next for you, and what project are you most excited about?
Yeah, I'm excited about helping people. That's I've been working with clients on coaching. I've been writing a lot of articles, and I have another book I'm thinking about. So all those things, just keeping moving forward, staying active, and focusing on those goals that I have, keeps you focused. And watching people grow, doing podcasts like this one, so we get the message out that that success doesn't have an expiration date, and just watching people succeed, that makes me very excited.
All right. So, here is my final question for you.
Hey,
If listeners remember one message from today's conversation, what would you want it to be?
that their best years can still be ahead of them if they just put the effort into it. Look forward. You're not too old, and it's not too late.
All right, Chad. I want to say thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and experience with us today. Your message is a powerful reminder that success isn't defined by titles, timelines, or other people's expectations.
Mm.
It's about creating a life that aligns with your values, purpose, and authentic self. We appreciate you for joining us today and inspiring our listeners to pursue success on their own terms. Thank you so much, Chad, for coming.
Thank you very much for having me, and I wish you continued success.
All right, so how can listeners connect with you and learn more about what you do?
The best way to connect with me is through my website, uh, authenticsuccess.com, and that has links to all my social media so you can see all the free content.
All right, have a wonderful day, Chad.
Thank you. You too.